This is Player 1,
This is Player 2.
and you're listening to another great show only on the Four-Eyed Radio Network.
The Third.
For more great shows, check out www.foureyeradio.com. Hello, and this is Stephen Mooney. I'm here to talk to you about one of our proud sponsors on the 4i Radio Network. They are called America Joy Print Shop. If you're looking to do business cards, flyers, posters, banners, cut vinyl, car wraps, and more, then definitely check out americajoy.com for more information. And tell them the Fern sent you. Alright, hello and welcome to a brand new episode of the Arcade Bros. I am your host, Player 1 Stevo, with my co-host, Player 2.
Go.
And that's right, we are back for an all-new episode. This is episode number 70, so we're 30 episodes away for episode 100.
What?
So we got that going for us.
Level
of course, you don't also forget Matt Renfro, who doesn't like 1980s rat tails.
What?
Matthew keeps just putting in notes, I guess.
Rat tails.
But you can find us at www.arcade-bros.com, part of the 4i Radio Network, The Fern. For more information, visit 4iradio.com. To listen to the show, you can find us on 4iradio.com, Spreaker, iTunes, Stitcher, Zune Marketplace, Blackberry Podcast Directory, Blueberry Podcast Directory, Miro Guide, Double Twist, YouTube, Swell Radio, SoundCloud, and Player FM. I finally updated all that stuff. Of course, we were brought
And
to
then
you
tomorrow, Dewey will come out like 7 more.
Yeah,
and he'll be like, I found these under the drawers.
Pretty much.
Casey Kasem.
Casey Kasem. He actually has Luke Gehrig's disease.
I know, it
I was
sucks.
very sad about that.
I can't play baseball anymore.
Not that I did. This is a long-distance dedication going out to America Joy Print Shop, official sponsor of the 4i Radio Network. Business cards, flyers, posters, banners, cut vinyls, car wraps, and more. Visit americajoy.com for more information and tell them the Fern sent you. Also brought to you by Raven Designs. Illustrates and designs that fit your personality. For samples and inquiry, visit ravencruise.com. And don't get Luke Gehrig disease.
It'll make him die!
Well, slowly and painfully.
Yeah.
Ooh, Kyle,
Yes, sir.
we have some shout-outs on the tweets, on the Twitters.
As always, we
on
do,
the
and as
twit
always,
twat,
my
twit
computer
twat, Twitter
just
twats.
doesn't want to do anything.
On the twit twat, Twitter
Here we go, here we go,
twats.
here we go,
That's
here
all
we go,
right. Take
here
your time. We got plenty
I
of
don't know
disco.
how to work.
I do not know how to use the interwebs.
Wacky Tuesday.
It's time for Twitter shout-outs for the video game lineup.
Let's see here. There's that one. Number 70. Yeah, open it up, you son of a bee. And of course it crashed.
But yes, there's of course
There we go.
plenty of different
Tweet shoutouts. We didn't have much from Facebook. We had actually Senior Esteban just followed us. Tweets we have at Jugbro, at SuperDroid Radio, at Laura_laughs, at Sanctuary RPG, at Snoot I Design, and at Flufferfish.
We'd like to thank everybody for following us, tweeting us, retweeting us, or even liking us on the Facebook page.
And for everybody else,
Suck it.
I'm Casey Kasem.
Casey Kasem here. I decided to leave my house in a wheelchair and come on the 4i Radio podcast.
Wacky Taco Tuesday.
It is not Wacky Taco Tuesday because I am Casey Kasem. I was the voice of the Boy Wonderer on the Batman Super Friends show.
Well, I'm going to be your replacement, Casey Kasem. I'm KY Jelly.
That is not nice. I was also had a cameo in the Ghostbusters movie.
No one saw ya.
I know because it was just my voice.
Oh, you're a ghost.
No, because busting makes me feel good.
Okay.
All right, Kyle. So, what have you been playing this week?
Let's see here. I got it in here somewhere. Well, I did play a little bit more of Nintendo Land.
No, you didn't.
I actually did.
You're
Very
such a
little.
liar.
I did play Breath of Fire 2. I'm actually pretty far on that now. Pikmin 3, picked that up. And then I played on Saturday. It was crazy because I played it at 7. And from 7 to about 2 a.m., I realized how much I was playing this game. So much so that the next morning I was still playing it. WildStar Beta was out this weekend, and I got invited to partake in that. And I will say this, as far as an MMO goes, it completely changes how you're going to play an MMO. Compared to like Elder Scrolls, which I didn't enjoy it at all. Like it reminded me more of like what's wrong with an MMO, where it's like the grinding and the grinding and the questing and the grinding and this. What I liked about WildStar was that it really added to the combat system.
Would you say that it was going to take you for a ride?
It did actually, because you actually go to a planet called Nexus, and you had to get there by a spaceship that you had to build, and then after you built it, you had to drive it there. And then after you drove it there, Spider-Man swung in. I was like, show me.
I never got these songs in Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
Go for broke.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, definitely fun stuff. Like, I'm loving the Pikmin 3. I found out that there's DLC already out for it, which I'm kind of excited for. And then, of course, like I said, I spent most of this weekend playing that beta, and it's definitely worth it. Like, there was really buggy, obviously, because they were fixing a lot of stuff. Didn't really crash too often. Storyline was good. Voice acting was good. The animations are sick. It reminds me very much of like a Ratchet and Clank game online. Like that's got that kind of artistic style to it, that cartoon style to it. Questing is great. Like I played a soldier class, and then what I liked about it is like normally with a soldier class, you just stand there, hit something, do a move, hit it again, it dies, you loot it. Well, this actually has moves where like I can leap on it from afar. I can jump back. You can actually dodge and move out of the way of things, so you're not just stationary. And then what I really liked about it too was just like the really good humor. Like what happened was like level 2 hits, and all of a sudden it comes up like a ridiculous. You know how like usually when you level up, it's like the little bar that comes up that says like "Good job" or like "Way to go." Here's some gum. Like it does something stupid. It's really not like a big to do. Well, in this one, it comes up and like it comes up with this giant lettering that's like "Level up," and then like this voiceover is like "Way to go, cupcake." You know, it's just like yelling at you because it's like. It wants you to feel like you did a good job leveling up to level 2, and then it gets just like nuts, explosions, and everything else. So, props to that one. So, how about you, Steve? What have you been playing this month?
I really haven't played much of anything. I've just been kind of, I've touched upon a little bit more of Fable, the anniversary. Did a little bit Nintendo Remix again. Devil May Cry, still haven't gotten back to. I just been playing a little bit of Mega Man 3. Trying to figure out what the fuck with Mega Man 3, because these bosses they're not making any sense with their weaknesses.
Yeah, we're like normally like Bubble Man, this like this. Like,
so
kind of had some
I fight Top Man because I think that's the first guy you got to go. You go to first. Once you get Top Man, your next goal is to fight Shadow Man, because apparently Top Spin works against Shadow Man.
I get it now.
Then I got Shadow Man, and I thought, oh, Snake Man, because blades kill snakes. Nope, ended up killing Snake Man with just a normal blaster, and I was like, all right.
Well, if I had a nuclear weapon attached to my arm, I'd probably shoot snakes with it too and do it just fine.
I tried to get to... I was just playing the Gemini Man level, and I got stuck at those bubble things or whatnot. I guess if you don't shoot those in correct order, then you're stuck. So I was like, all right, so I took a break, but I was just like... But I think Shadow Man actually works against Gemini Man.
Yeah, it works very well because of like... I don't know.
I don't know either. It's just very, very
when
confusing.
You're throwing a giant shuriken, it should work on everything.
Everything.
Like it doesn't
I'm
matter.
Sorry. It's like
if there was a bear in front of me and I had a giant shuriken that not only hits you, goes through you, and comes back out,
yeah.
I think that bear would be pretty tough.
Yeah,
I don't think he'd be sitting there going like, sorry, no. If you had some air,
yeah,
some tops.
it's just very, very
If
weird.
you twirled around in a dress and hit me, like I'd be more injured.
Other than that, then it'll be coming out Thursday, but I had Chase on for All White Tukey, so we recorded one of those things. That show got interesting.
It got deep.
But it looks like you picked a character spotlight for the week. I've been very bad at not doing any show notes for anything anymore. So Kyle, your character of the week, I actually found some intro music for it.
Go for it.
It's Cubert coming up next.
I wonder if in the show he was like yawn 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 yawn. And then it comes up just saying like smoking, like it's an ad for smokes.
Yeah.
But it's just Qbert being like.
So Qbert in the cartoon show that I'm watching right now has apparently a girlfriend.
Well, he what? He's the lead role.
Well, he also has arms and legs,
No.
and he also has
Not a nose in his face.
no, he has the nose, but he has he wears like a kind of like sport jacket.
Oh, fuck this shit.
Qbert, you're my favorite piece of
Piece
shit.
of crap.
So that's right, Qbert. Now Qbert actually got a little bit of a. I know I'm going to let you pretty much read all
yeah,
of
good.
this stuff.
I think I know what you're talking about.
But
though.
Qbert basically kind of got like a little bit more of a reboot when the Wreck-It Ralph came out. He
Big
became
time.
a huge thing with that.
And I think
so.
the reason he did, and there's a lot I think to do with it because like. Think about like these people who are making these games now. These are the things that they grew up playing,
Yes.
so they like remember Qbert. They remember the characters from that game. And what was cool about it is like reading into it because I'm like, yeah, everyone kind of doesn't realize like Qbert was actually one of the first like puzzle games that ever
Yes.
came out. You know, before Tetris, before any of those other ones. When the Atari 2600 came out, basically what they were looking for was people to program for it. And when you were able to program for it, then like you were also building like arcade units that housed like like basically it was something more but a motherboard.
Yes.
And it was a chip that fit in there that was like basically the game. And like what the development of the arcade came from was like people were able to like mass produce these kind of titles. So Qbert became really good. Like it was known for being like very addictive because like you wanted to beat the game and get the high score. So it was basically an isometric platform. There's a puzzle elements. Players control the protagonist or from a third person perspective, which is Qbert. You always start the game on the top. And you just kind of hop your way down. And what was cool about it is like people started finding all these hacks with it. Like, there was Coily, the purple snake. He would chase after you. There was Ugg and Wrongway, and they were the two purple creatures that kind of ran along the sides of the cube that kept us running up and down. And then there was Slick and Sand. They were the two green like gremlins that what they would do is basically flip the colors over back to what like a different color. And what was really neat about it is like people found this hack where sometimes there would be these multicolored discs on either side of the cube.
Oh, okay.
And if Coily was jumping up at you, you could jump at the last second onto one of those platforms, and he would keep jumping, and he would actually jump and fall off the pyramid. And then when he would do that, all the characters would disappear from the screen. So that's how these people were able to hack the game and kind of beat it, because like it just was very easy for the game to be hacked, I guess. It said it actually did pretty well. It actually made it all the way through the run of the Atari. Had a television show. It's actually one of the most recognizable characters due to marketing as Mario is. And Donkey Kong, like it's right up there. Like if people think of video games, a lot of times they'll either think of Mario or they'll think of Qbert because it was advertised so well.
Now, do you think, because another successful arcade character who actually just also got a reboot in the gaming community, I believe sometime last year before, but was the new Pac-Man title.
Yes.
So Pac-Man also was kind of up there with Qbert, where it was a very simple, addicting game. Cartoon show, different ones. Now, do you think Qbert's ever going to get a reboot of a game, or people are just going to stick to?
I wouldn't surprise me because there already is a remake. If you have the Wreck-It Ralph app, you can download through Disney when that game came out. There was actually a title with Qbert in it, like it was an old style Qbert game, and I think like based on that alone, there was a lot of people showing interest. So it wouldn't surprise me that either Nintendo might own the rights to it now, because how else would they be able to put that character in a game? Like they didn't put Mario in their thing because they don't own the rights to it.
Yes.
They did use Sonic obviously because they asked permission. They did get Bowser probably because they asked permission, and a few other characters. But my own wonder is like if maybe they own like the rights to Qbert now, and if they do, like they could do something with it. I say why not? Like he's a good character, and it'd be great to see him kind of come back.
Summer, Qbert.
Exactly.
You motherfuckers!
Yeah, Samuel Jackson as Qbert.
I'm too old for this shit.
Danny Glover.
Shut up, curly snake.
Coily is my name, but you can call me Danny Glover. Like, wait, what? That's only how I'll respond to.
Now, have you ever actually played Qbert in the arcades or anywhere else?
Mainly, I think on the 2600, yeah.
I never played it, I don't think. I've never actually sat down and played
I remember
Qbert.
when we went to the Pizza Hut, sometimes they would have that spinball Pac-Man, and it was weird because the controller was basically just a giant mouse ball, and you had to roll it, and like sometimes he'd be like, go left, and he'd go like, try to go diagonal, and you're like, what the hell? But like, there was one time that Qbert was on one of those kind of games. It was actually at the Games Zone, I think, or
GameWorks?
GameWorks. It was there on the top floor. I remember that one night because I got drunk there and was playing that all night.
Can you actually speak Qbert?
Yeah.
So you're a Cylon.
Pretty much, that's how Qbert sounds.
Qbert
So there you go.
dies. So anything else about a good, faithful, weird What the hell is Cubert anyway?
He's just a creature, just an animal. I mean, think about it. He's trying to solve the world's problems by turning off all the lights, and what do they do?
Technically, he's turning on the lights.
Depends on how you look at it.
Well, I
Steve.
just watched it, and all the colors change when he jumps on.
Steve, let's not get into this right now,
I am
okay?
getting into
You
this.
clearly are a liberal, and you see the
world.
world as lights on. I see the world as lights off. I mean, it's just the way it is.
How am I a liberal because of that?
America,
Because
Cuba,
if anything,
turning on the lights and leaving them on there.
If anything, I would be more
Sponsored
disgusted
by
that
Power.
he's just instead of shutting off the lights, he's turning on the lights, and he doesn't want to save the planet.
Commie.
Yeah.
Cubert, red sun.
commie.
Yeah,
In Soviet
Yeah,
Russia,
exactly.
Cubert turns on you.
everyone's on by Cubert.
Big American
Ah.
body. Cubert. Cubert. This is going to go on for another 20 minutes. Everybody.
Exactly. 5 hours later.
Cubert.
This was a great show. 5 hours.
Cubert Good Jr. So what else do we got? We got Android apps.
Finally, we've
sales
killed
hacks,
it.
And the death of the Flappy Dick.
We've killed the Flappy Dick, Steve.
So Flappy Birds.
Yes.
Apparently, you can still play it online.
Now there's Smiley Bird or something that Google's come up with to like, hey, you gotta still addict. It was on Facebook today about like we've come up with Sloppy Dick or something like that. I'm like, whatever, guys. Like it's a stupid game. The graphics weren't even right. They were stolen from actually a Nintendo game because if you look at Flappy Bird, he looks a hell of a lot like the fish. Just with wings on, and the warp zones, come on, like it's a total like ripoff of Mario.
I mean, come on, bro. You got a Flappy
Yeah,
Dick
bro,
and the Flappy Birds. The
dicks
flappy, flap,
everywhere,
flap.
man. Dicks.
Angry
There's
Flappy
some
Dicks coming at you live.
Don't forget about the dicks.
1974 Flappy Dicks.
Yeah, man, dicks. So pretty much, it's basically been killed. No one knows if he's gonna give it up. People still been kind of questioning him. But I think what sucks though is like now no one gives a shit. Like it seemed like it got really hyped. It was making about 50,000 downloads a day. He turned off because he felt it was getting addictive. And then now, like it's slowly but surely dying out. Like people who were like, "Oh, the game was fun," like are now like, "Meow." They're the very small minority who have had a glimpse of playing it, have had the chance to play it, and then now are like, "Ooh."
So basically, they're like, "Hey, Flappy Dick, why'd you take it off?" Because he goes, "Because people."
Oh no, they've been rickrolled.
They've been Floppy Dick.
Have you heard about rickrolling?
Sloppy Dick. Yeah, that's
Exactly. I just didn't know if you knew the reference.
I've been Rick Rolling since 1974.
Oh wait, he's only been out since the 80s.
I'm a time jumper, bitch.
You're the doctor.
How my flappies dick. No.
Oh shit.
Fuck Doctor Who. That's right. I said it.
Sonic screwdriver in the butt.
Yeah, sonic screwdriver in the butt. Anyways, this is actually something that I
Yes.
thought was kind of cool. So basically, we're getting obviously Monster Hunter 4,
Correct.
but they're going to be released. Now, this is what I think is funny with Nintendo. Nintendo can make so much money with just going like, hey, a new game's coming out. Let's just make a 3DS that goes with it. So
That's true,
obviously
yeah, and I
they've
thought it
been-
was great how they're trying to tie in. Well, that's what you could do with the third one, I guess, is you can get Monster Hunter 3 for the DS.
Yeah, you can get it for.
and then they link up.
And they link up and stuff. I haven't done it yet. I haven't picked up Monster Hunter 3 for the 3DS because you can do that where you'll download your character. I can go off and play with that, and then when I come back.
And I thought that was a great idea. Like,
It's
that's
a
what
smart
I
idea.
loved about the VMU from Dreamcast. Same idea. You could go play games, level up your characters, come back, plug it in, and then all your characters would be through
So
the roof.
obviously this is coming out in March, I believe,
think-
but in Japan.
Right, and then obviously probably like
It's going
sometime
to be
over the
priced
spring.
at 18,952 yen, which is 186
Pretty
US
much.
dollars.
A lot of paper over there.
Lot of paper. Oh, lot of Benjamin.
And then what's really awesome, yeah, exactly. Drop the Benjamin. We don't have Benjamin.
I make it rain.
Yeah.
I make it rain.
Yeah, literally,
I
it
make
takes-
rain.
That's why they're so thin, because it takes them forever to make it rain.
No, they
$10.
They make it lane.
Yeah, that's true.
I
Yeah.
make it lane.
Laning it up. Go ahead, Yen. My name's Yan.
I lane all over your lane. What?
Get out of my bowling lane. What are you doing?
Lane. All of our Japanese listeners will not like this episode.
To American Party.
So the it looks. Oh wait, no. I skipped
Oh,
some
even
things,
better.
but,
Yeah, this actually we finally have game footage. Remember how we saw that great game coming out a while back called X?
that was called X.
Well, now X has some live game footage that you can see, like an actual group of team members play. he goes from using a sword to using a gun to jumping into a mech to fighting a giant creature, jumping out of the mech. Like, it's genius and just looks really good. Like, it looks like it's going to really make that system
And
even
this
better.
is just literally just a Nintendo.
Yeah, it's just gameplay. Like, here you go. Here's gameplay.
But that's
for
what I'm
it.
saying. This is like a legitimate, like, this is just for Nintendo. I mean, it looks
Oh, yeah.
awesome.
Only for Wii U.
Like, that's really kind of cool. So, yeah, and the guys, like, switching back and forth through different weapons.
Oh, yeah.
Graphics look phenomenal. So, yeah, again, everybody who was complaining about...
Oh, Nintendo has two-man companion.
Oh, you know what, Nintendo, dog? We make a lane! We make a lane! We make a lane!
That'd be funny if it did the coin sound, too. Like, doot, 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 doot.
But, yeah, so... Kudos to that, but it looks.
We'll
phenomenal.
post the video.
Yeah, we'll post
yeah.
it up to.
It looks, it's really sick looking. That's it. And like even Kotaku talked about it. It's like the game that no one knows about. Like everyone's like, oh yeah, unless you're a Wii U person, you're not excited at all because you've never heard of it. But a lot of people now as they're starting to advertise it, are people like, oh my.
Well, a
goodness.
lot of people ended up buying a Wii U with like their tax returns, anyways. Oh yeah, bundle is 50% off plus get a $25 credit. It looks like they're going to be dropping the price to $85.
Right, it's for the original one. Yeah, for the original. Oh yeah, you can get it now for I believe $85 with his online credit. You go online, click it, put in the code. You get the regular one that we all have for like $8, and then also they have a new gig version coming out, and it's orange.
Oh,
Like it's in that oh yeah orange as they're calling it. Looks really actually really pops. Like it's the black and orange, so it really pops off really good. 16 gigs, and those I think are still $129. And they're actually saying that they're going to start developing a kit for people who have the first version and how to upgrade the RAM. Like you buy this
yeah,
kit
I'm looking
and like
at
boop, pop
this
it
new
in.
one. It looks like they're updating the controller, if I'm correct. With
A little
this.
bit, yeah. They kind of slicked it up.
Yeah, they slicked it up, and even the system looks cool. It makes me kind of now be like, I kind of want the new system.
Yeah, well, eventually, what's cool is GameStop's still taking them for about $99. They're still taking them in because no one's trading in Ouya's really because they're that good.
I forgot to mention actually a game that I downloaded for the Ouya. You were watching me play was the the Viking one with the Soul something.
Soul Viking one.
The black dude who's like a
Yo. Oh, the Reaper?
no the Viking black guy. It's all funky.
Oh, yeah, the Fjord. Yeah, the Fjord, Soul Fjord or whatever. Yeah, it's like FJORD, yeah.
Yeah.
Soul,
That's
Soul
actually. I
Fjord.
think it's free because I haven't seen anything come up for price wise.
I think DLC eventually you'll buy it. Like I think it's
But
like
yeah, it's
to a
pretty
certain
cool.
level.
Let's see, Nintendo Pocket Football Club, a hidden gem coming to the Wii U. What is this?
Yeah, it's actually pretty cool looking. So basically, it's like imagine playing like soccer,
Yes.
but it's like this pocket-sized game. I guess came out back in like early '90s. Like that was a fun Game Boy Color game,
Mhm.
and they finally ported it over to make it full 3D. And it's actually an independent game developer in Japan who's made it. But actually, it looks really fun. Like it looks like it's like oh wow, it's like if you remember the old style like foosball tables, it kind of reminds me of that, but like where they actually move around and like actually coordinate.
Yeah, it looks really cool. That should be fun. So, I mean, again, come on, people.
Really good news too for the Wii is that Super Smash Bros. Now has a new fighter.
Yes, he does.
And I actually thought this was actually a good deal because I was like, I wonder why they've never thought of that before.
Well, it's funny because they mentioned him in what's it called? They mentioned him in Super Smash Bros. Brawl. But he now he's finally
Gotten this chance. And what I like about it too is like if you look at the gameplay footage they're showing of him, if the character gets to a certain point, the little KO comes up over his name.
Oh yeah.
I know it's like an instant KO with him because obviously him being a boxer, he'd know when to knock people out. I forget who they showed with. I think they showed with.
So little Mac is finally coming to Super Smash Bros. They made him a trophy in Brawl.
Yeah. So it showed him going up against Mega Man and Bowser, and it showed them get up to like 100, 200, and over his name it came up KO.
Oh yeah.
And then he just like doosh and like knocks him out because it's like, oh, it's like an instant KO for him. I thought that was pretty cool. I think it's a great.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
his
a good
costume
idea
looks
for
good.
So I'm just happy because it's like I'm glad they're giving us new characters that I'm really sick of the copycat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this game's really
And they said, like, I think they're starting to really utilize the DLC because, I mean, like, Pikmin alone already has, like, 3 or 4, like, minigame DLCs for it. So I wouldn't be surprised if you're going to start seeing, like, the joys of the DLC with that game. Okay, yeah, yeah, I was like, now a question for you, Steve.
Yes.
Mike Tyson or Mr. Dream?
Mike Tyson all the way.
Same here.
That's the problem I actually realized everybody was talking about because they mentioned on Nintendo Remix apparently they're going to be actually making more DLC for that game. But there's games that I still haven't opened up apparently, and apparently one of the games that you can open up is Punch-Out. Now the only problem is everybody's all like, "Oh right, Punch-Out," but I'm like, but it's not going to be Mike Tyson
Tyson's
because
Punch-Out because
for whatever reason you can only get that. Like I have
NES.
You can get that on the NES and ROMs. Like I have it for the the Mike Tyson one. And it's just like, and it's just weird because it's like you can't. They're never gonna remake that game.
And I mean, let's face it. Like it was like the same kind of deal. Like it hit the type of the market. He was the best boxer in the world. Why not put him on a game? Had the legal trouble, and Nintendo got smart and said, "Well, screw it. Like we don't want to be associated with legal trouble." Be like if Mario had a cocaine addict, like all of a sudden, like the guy who was playing Mario on TV was like caught like masturbating and doing coke. Like shit, we got to do something about it. Like take him out. Pew pew pew. Like they have Samus show up and like take him out. So like it makes sense that they did do the rebranding and Mr. Dream and all that, but like yeah, and unfortunately like, that's the problem though. Is like now you have that split of like people who remember Mr. Dream and only Mr. Dream, and the people who know of like, oh yeah, like Mike Tyson had this game, and then it was like this whole debacle. And I think a lot of us are forgetting. I mean, we've seen him in The Hangover, we've seen him in a whole bunch of other things. He's survived biting a man's ear off. He survived face tattoos and all these other things. He's actually getting help. I guess he was actually really addicted to like alcohol.
Yep.
And he had that breakdown where now he's training other boxers, and he's like come clean, saying like, you know, this is gonna kill me and stuff. So
Holy spearman!
I think the only way to really redeem him is to give him back Mike Tyson Punch-Out.
Do you think we should start a Kickstarter?
I think we should. Kickstart Mike Tyson's Punch-Out on the
remake.
Wii. Yeah, and put it on the Wii U.
That's right, kids. I'm gonna come back so hard, so fast. It's gonna be ridiculous.
Only $49.95.
So it's gonna be great because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bite your ears off if you don't. If you pay $50 in, I'll come to your house and bite your ears off. If you pay $60 in, I'll come over to your house, bite your ears off, and then beat the crap out of you.
You gotta be a true believer.
It's gonna be fantastic.
To beat up Justin Bieber.
I'm gonna. That I'll do for free. I just come to his place and just beat him like a redheaded stepchild in front of his grandma.
Only $49.95.
I don't even know why this guy's even talking. I don't even know who he is. Are you supposed to be Don King or something? What's up with
I used to be your manager.
I never
In the pay-per-view.
Paper Boys, baby. That's another good. That should be Mike Tyson's Paperboy route.
Oh,
where I ride bikes.
knock out the deliveries.
So it's going to
I'm only excited back if you get him for $49.95.
It's going to be a lot more expensive than that.
Good stuff. Of course, yeah, the Borderlands 2 PS Slim finally gets some good box art. They actually showing the PS Vita now.
Okay.
Looks slick. It's got claptrap on it and stuff. It's like the design is like, oh, it's really cool looking. They said that's coming out. Hopefully, the summer version should be coming out about spring. So I believe March or April. There should be a release for that. And it's only $200 now, so obviously it's a lot
good.
cheaper. They haven't decided yet if you're going to be able to port those over back and forth, like if you'll be able to play it on the Vita and then it transfers to your game on the PS4 kind of thing. So same thing, like you take your game with you, level up and come back. Like I think they're kind of trying the same thing with that. So we'll see. No, there's no definite yet, so they're still in talks about that. But obviously what came out too this week is the first actual game footage of Bayonetta 2 only for the Wii U.
Yes, actually that was a big thing. I think Nintendo had an announcement last Thursday, and this is probably where all this stuff has come from. I'm watching the trailer of it right now.
Oh, yeah.
These are a bunch of stuff, of course, we'll post.
I'll post it
check
during
it
our...
out on the Facebook page.
As well as on arcade-bros.com.
I still have to play the first one, though. So
Yeah.
But we'll see.
I'm definitely liking what I see, though. It's very action-packed. Have you ever played Azura's Wrath?
No.
Same kind of game style, like very intense, like combos, like all over the place. It reminds me very much of how Devil May Cry.
Yeah, that's all
like,
it is to me.
very
is the
first
Devil May
part.
Cry,
yeah. And then, of course, the game of the year. I'm calling it already. Like the game of the year 2014. I saw this whole demo. It's like 11-minute demo you can watch. It's of the new South Park: The Stick of Truth has come out, and I have to say.
March 4th.
And I have to say, like, it is phenomenal. Like, just watching it, I'm like, this is epic. Like, this is going to be so great. We'll show a little bit here. We'll post the whole thing online. But I think you alone, you'll love this. Like, I think you're going to think it's like the greatest thing. Found it very entertaining. It looks awesome, like the way they did it.
Yeah, it looks exactly like the show.
Well, I think that's everything.
We did it, hun. We're really moved in.
It's a new beginning for us. Things are finally going to be good.
Do you really think it will be better for him?
They won't look for him here. We just need to make sure he doesn't attract any attention. Come on, let's see how he's doing.
Sweetie? Hun, you all dressed?
Hey, champ. How do you like your new room? I know it's a big change for all of us, but, son, do you remember why we moved to this quiet little mountain town? He doesn't remember.
He doesn't remember at all.
That's good he doesn't remember.
Sweetie, we want you to have lots of fun here. Why don't you go out and make some friends?
Right, get outside and play, son, like normal kids.
We've got some money for you on the kitchen counter, sweetie. Just be back before it gets dark.
Yeah, we love you too.
But like, I love the music and stuff. Like, you pick up items and.
Yeah, but I love like it basically looks like an actual episode of South Park. Everything moves that way. It gives you little symbols because it's like the RPG you're walking. It looks fantastic. You know, it's like.
Come on, son, get out there, make friends.
Everyone's interacting. It's this is such a smart idea by them. So
Yeah.
bring up your quest log. That's kind of cool. So map and everything like that. So yeah, I'm definitely picking this game up.
And I'll have you watch the trailer after we finish the show, because like, I mean, like, you'll see the actual footage of the gameplay where like there's fighting going on and stuff, like the different classes you can choose. And the music alone is like, it's what makes it so good, because it's like, cast your spell, and he does, but like the music is like, hey, hot,
That's cool. But
It's
yeah,
like,
this is a
oh,
game
man.
like again like
Again,
when
yeah,
I, when
take
I
your
heard
time.
about it and saw it, I was just like, I want this. It's like South Park has been such a big
chapter of your existence.
well, that too, but it's just been like they like back in the day when they came out with all those games, you're just like, okay, this is kind of fun, but then they haven't done anything until this part, and they just are nailing it right now because it's like, well, you got everybody jumping on, especially with their last episode of making fun of the Game of Thrones whole thing. With the whole talking about the Xbox games and everything like that, and especially like, oh, Kyle, if you support game companies, reserving a game, it's just like taking a dick in the mouth. Just kind of making fun of like the whole fact
Yeah,
of what
exactly.
happened to their game and stuff, which is great because after it is like South Park, the stick of truth coming next year.
I love that episode where he's like, we'll find out the truth, and he raises his hand up, and he comes out like, pre-order your copy now. And it's just like this whole thing about like, because that was the whole thing, Xbox and like PS4 fighting over the system.
Yeah.
It's like, oh man, that was like so good.
So good. What is this? The Guitar Hero's newest game.
This got announced today, actually. So Monday. Basically,
which is funny because I was just thinking about this because my friend Chase, he brought up. He's like, "Oh, so you're a Rock Bander?" Because obviously I have all the Rock Band stuff.
Rock Band.
So you played Rock Band 3. I own it. I have not touched it since I got it, so it's just been kind of sitting there. And then I was like, "Yeah, they really haven't done anything,
Well, I think unfortunately for them, like same with the Rock Band and Guitar Hero. They all had like that was it, like it maxed out at that one point because they were releasing them like every 6 months. There was like a Beatles one, then this one, then an Aerosmith, and this. And I think a lot of fans were getting upset because it's like, well, wait a minute, I'd rather be able just to download the songs. I already have the equipment. I shouldn't have to go out and buy a brand new guitar and a brand new drum set just to play like the songs I want to play.
Yeah.
And that's where I felt like they kind of lost it. Like for me, Guitar Hero 3 was the only one I got. Legends or whatever, like the Guitar Hero Legends, like that was the only one I ever picked up, and that was the only one I ever enjoyed because like it was more of like a challenge. You were challenging like the gods of rock and roll, and it was kind of neat. And you got to play with like some of the big characters like Slash and the guy from Rage Against the Machine, like the guitars for him.
Yeah.
And then I thought like would have been cool is like then you could have tied it even further, like Brutal Legends, like you could have tied in like all these other things with it. And unfortunately, they just didn't really utilize the DLC as best as they could have.
Yeah.
So with this is basically, again, like I don't know what they're trying to do. If they're sticking with music, but basically Chroma is going to use like music in a shooter game. And it's going to be kind of like, think of like Borderlands, how each class has its own type of weaponry, and they do certain, like one's better shot with sniper, one's better with this. So it's going to be the same thing, but there's going to be music during the level or the death match, and you have to kind of know the rhythm of it, because like some classes, like your guns will just not work, because if you're not timing it right, you won't be able to reload. Like, so there's no footage yet. There's just a couple screenshots, and I think a lot of people are kind of like, well, okay, that's kind of cool using rhythm in games and stuff. But I don't know, like, so everyone's kind of like
copied the game that just came out.
Probably, yeah, because like it has rhythm and stuff in that too.
Yeah, because you have to time everything with like a rhythm beat or whatnot.
So we'll find out, because I mean it's supposed to be like a shooter too, which is going to be
weird because
like,
they did this before. It was a game that basically kind of went under the radar. It came out sometime maybe 2 years ago, but basically it was a zombie game, but you used the guitars and stuff from Guitar Hero and everything like that, and you're supposed to be able to, like, I think it was like Rock of the Dead, I think it was called, and basically like a thing would come up and you would play that, and then like the zombies would get killed by that kind of fracture. So we'll see. I don't know. Sometimes you just need to just stop.
Yeah, I'm looking more at it, and it's just kind of one of those, I'm not sure about it, so I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But again, they haven't done shit in like 10 years, so.
Who,
those guys.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you know, they just haven't done anything. And like, we're going to do music, but with shooters.
I forgot to mention this, though. The new DLC for The Last of Us came out.
Oh, that's right.
I have not played it yet.
It's like her and her friend or whatever before all the events of...
maybe something like that.
I think so. It's like her with a girl. Like, I remember seeing that much. There was like her with this other girl. And like, I saw something today where they showed like them in a photo booth, I guess, like being on like little curls, like, yay, look at us, yay. So we already know how it's going to end. Because we already know how it begins.
Awesome.
Which I always think is weird when they do DLCs like that. Because you know something's going to happen.
What if it's just literally like them just like playing and having fun, and then it just ends? You're like, oh.
I think it would be awesome if it ends with like the original fight music to Karate Kid. You know that, you're the best. Da-da-da. That ain't gonna do to get you down. Like as he's training with Miyagi. It's going to be something like that. That's how it's going to end, is like with them like just parting ways. Like, I guess we can't be friends anymore. I guess we'll have to be best friends. And then like they slap fives like...
Why is there... I just want...
You just want the music, but you can't get it,
I just want
Steve.
the music.
Then I timed it perfectly with the whole... We can't stop us, buddy. We're in freeze frame high five.
No, you're just giving me the new version of the Karate
Kid. Will Smith singing the Men in Black theme. We are the kids of karate. Yeah. Jackie Chan's a builder.
Yeah. My career went to shit when I got my kids. Everybody knows this something like a big bit up and down.
Yeah, aliens on Earth.
Something like that.
Oh, man. We'll play it on the... We'll fade out. The beautiful music. If you want, I'll run through.
Yeah, if I can.
I'll run through the infamous Second Son music. Steve's on a mission.
Yeah, I'm on a mission.
So PS4, March 21st. Final Fantasy PS4, TBA 2014. Destiny for Xbox One, PS4, September 14th. And also there's a beta coming out soon for Titanfall. So if any of you Xbox One nut jobs...
Matt is pissed. He has not gotten his yet.
Well, I mean, that happened with WildStar. Like, I got mine, and like a lot of people didn't get theirs, and it's just that's how it works with betas. Sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't. But look at Elder Scrolls. I got to every single one. And they're gonna have like 3 more before the game comes out. So guarantee, like with these games, there's probably gonna be 2 or 3 more coming out. We got Yaba Ninja Gaiden Z comes out March 3rd.
I finally saw a trailer for that. It looks pretty interesting.
Doesn't look too bad.
It's all like cell shaded.
Yeah, exactly. It kind of reminded me of like the some of the other games that came out that way. Final Fantasy X and X2 PS3.
You know, it pissed me off so much that I actually found the other one from I think Karate Kid number 2.
Wax on. No. I can't believe you've never heard the other one.
I have heard the other one, just no one wants to let me have it. So I know Newfound Glory did a cover of the one for the second movie, so I said, fuck you. You don't want to give me the first song? Then I'll take the second.
That's how I'll take the second
one. In fact, the sequel, you know what, was better.
I think the best one was with the girl, because it was like he trained a girl.
Yeah, out of nowhere.
I forget who I was. So Watch Dogs coming out, hopefully. South Park, Stick of Truth, March 4th. Super Smash Bros. Wii U and 3DS. Donkey Kong Tropic Freeze coming up the 21st, so it should be this week sometime.
Yeah, probably this weekend.
Yeah, so Kingdom Hearts 3, Xbox One, PS4, Mario Kart 8, Wii U Spring, Elder Scrolls Online comes out April 4th, Wolfenstein New Order comes out Xbox 360, PS3, PS4, Xbox One, PC for sometime this year, and of course X is coming out for the Wii U 2014, and basically it is the best.
The bench. Go out. No, you're going to get you down. The bench. Go out. Dumpty. Who you gonna call Ghostbusters? Deaths?
Go Ninja, go. I don't know where that came from. He's on a new mac and cheese commercial. I don't know if you've seen that.
Who? Vanilla Ice?
Yeah, it's mac and cheese Ninja Turtles from like the new cartoon on Nickelodeon.
What?
And he's sitting there stocking the shelves singing that. Like he's like, go Ninja, go. And then this woman comes up and she's got her kid next to her like in the cart. And she like takes the box and he's like just nodding. And then she's like, go. And they both start like dancing and stuff because like she remembers like the movie. And her son just like grabs the box, throws it in the car, like walks away like all like disgusted. They're like, what the hell, Mom? But it's like there's kids out there like us who are like, yeah, I remember going with that ninja, and I did go.
Okay. Stop.
You are not allowed.
Me with this stuff.
You are not allowed to YouTube anything.
Yes, found it.
Go ninja, go.
So while Steve's doing
Go
that,
ninja, go ninja.
Go ninja, go ninja, go. Go ninja, go ninja, go. Go ninja, go ninja, go. Word to your mother.
Yes, this is the greatest thing he's ever done.
Kraft
Yeah,
Mac
look
and
at that,
Cheese
delicious
Teenage Mutant Ninja
mac and
Turtle
cheese.
Shakes. Go ninja, go. You know you love it.
I do
Hells
now.
yeah.
Thank you, Vanilla Ice, for that amazing comeback.
yes, you could say Vanilla Ice is the best.
Anyways, you can find us on Kyle really just interneted me today, so I have not been focused at all on.
You're the best. God damn it, Call of Duty. But anywho, yeah, so we had a question this week. No one really answered, so I'll ask it again, and maybe hopefully we get some traffic out there. Of basically the best love story in a video game. And we want to know from you guys, what was the best love story you ever heard in a video game? So man between his bigger.
Oh, now you find it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, now I find it.
We'll go out with this, I guess. So, Steve, where can they find you at?
You can find me at Stephen Mooney Jr. on the Twitters. You can follow us at arcade_bros on the Twitter. You can also find us at arcadebros.com. Also, you can follow me on Instagram at SMooneyJr.
Why is that?
That's why. What about you?
Find me at Mooney Studios, and of course at the arcade_bros. That's how everyone knows. We are the best.
I don't know if we're the best around now because I can see that in the nice commercial. It's like this game wins. Winning. So until next time, kiddos, keep on, yeah. This has been another fine production of the 4i Radio Network. For more great shows, check out www.4iradio.com.